Hey everybody, it's April, and I'm back again with another Mombies trying to help. So far, we've covered just the flat out basics, and now we've covered benefits, and now we're going to cover explanation of benefits. So you went to the doctor, and they saw you for your issue. I'm talking a regular office visit. And your doctor will then, because it was in a doctor's office and not the emergency room or the hospital, will bill your charges on a CMS 1500 form, which it looks like this. And depending on what kind of visit you had, it'll be like an office visit charge for a problem visit, which is 99211 to 99295 with all of your diagnoses that you have issues with. Or you had a preventive visit, which depending on your age, anyways, then a couple weeks later, either by electronic or on paper, you get something like this in the mail. Okay, so this is my explanation of benefits, but this is what a typical, the government has guidelines for what typical information should be on an explanation of benefits. It's going to have your name, your member ID number from your card, or it's called your policy number, your relationship to the subscriber, your group name of who the plan, was purchased by, and the group number so that it can be billed. Then it's going to have your mailing information here or wherever. And then it's going to have the processing office up here. Now I had to this is so shitty. I'm sorry, but I had to mark through a bunch of stuff because I just, want to be careful. Then it's going to go into some legal jargon, which is, hi, Ape, this is not a bill. This is an explanation of benefits, or an EOB. It's a summary of the services that were rendered and how your plan benefits were applied. And then it tells you, hey, if you want to look at more stuff about your policy, visit our website, or if you need to make payments, you can see it from there, right? So they're telling me over here, my doctor billed them $159. But I only owe the doctor $18.19 after they processed my claim and paid the provider. So, and then for my plan, they started doing this for informational purposes of like your out of pocket and all that jazz. So see, I have a very high out of pocket, out of network deductible for out of network. But for tier 1, which is what I always use, unfortunately, last year, I didn't hit my out of pocket limit. Actually, that meant I was pretty healthy. The year before, when Vic fell and broke his leg and had surgery, we hit our out of pocket and then some. His surgery alone last year was, after we added it all up, was close to $100,000. That's including the surgery, the ER visit, all the refitting we had to do for the cast, the therapy. So, I mean, I think I only walked away with having to pay that $6,800. And, I'm still making payments on that. But, I mean, that's not bad. Took a $100,000 bill and got it down to $6,800. I'll take it, right? So whatever your out-of-pocket limit is, it will tell you that, which mine's $6,800, as you see there. Now, my plan combines my medical and prescription drugs So my family deductible, no, wait, this is my individual, isn't it? Yeah. My individual deductible is $3,400, which it's easy to meet the deductible. It's not easy to meet the out of pocket sometimes. And I don't ever go out of network. So I make sure that I don't ever touch that, ever. And then it's going to give you, and then it's going to, at least in mine, I don't know if it will for yours, it will give you the family information. So my family has an out-of-pocket limit of $13,600. So we were short on meeting that goal. And then you can see our family deductible is $6,800. We met that in the out-of-pocket, and we never go out of network. I told the kids, I said, nope, we're going to find someone in network. Some insurances have started giving very helpful definitions. So, amount saved. You do not owe this amount because either you chose a network provider who took a discount, or you chose an out-of-network provider that agreed to an amount less than billed charges, or it's a surprise bill and the law protects you from having to pay it. There is legislation on file that will protect you from out-of-network billing, which is nice. Because before that was signed into law, providers could bill you for whatever they wanted to if you were out of network. And let me tell you, one time my sister got a bill for my niece. My niece had to be flown to St. Louis. Her appendix ruptured. There was no surgeons here in Springfield to care for her. And she had to, go there to get help. They balance billed her for the helicopter ride to St. Louis. Can you believe that? They balance billed her for the helicopter ride. She got all that figured out, but I mean, my God, people. So the amount you owe, the amount of money you pay for the services you received, co-insurance, your share of the cost of a covered healthcare service calculated as a percentage of the amount for the service. So for my plan, if I have a co-insurance, or I call it coins, I pay 20% of the provider's contracted allowable. So the provider billed, here, let me show you. So my provider is contracted with the insurance to accept $90.97 for this office visit. I'm only going to be charged $18.19. The provider has to take a write-off of $68.03. So you will always pay your percent of your co-insurance based on the provider's allowable. So this is the provider's allowable. It's just, it says plan allowed, but it's really the provider's contracted allowable. Okay. Deductible. The amount you owe during a coverage period for services your health plan benefit covers before you begin to pay. Plan does not cover. So that's like any service that's just not covered. It will be probably billed to you. So if it's experimental, it was just not a service your employer didn't want you to have, you would be billed for those. So this is my amazing weight management team. They are phenomenal. This is a nurse practitioner, Jamie. She's awesome. So it'll tell you when you saw them. Now, it won't give you the codes. If you want that information, you have to go to your provider and ask for your medical records. and a copy of the form they billed to the insurance company. It's going to give the data service. You had an office visit. Now, remember the part where I told you in the last segment about remark codes? Well, they keep changing the jargon. It's called claim processing codes now. And this D1 for now every insurance is different. Every company's different how they code it. My company, for an in-network physician, uses D1. If it's an in-network hospital, it's D2. So they're going to show you what the provider billed, which is right here. They're going to tell you the discount the provider agreed to take. They're going to tell you how much your plan, which is not really your plan, it's what the provider's contract is, amount is. They're going to tell you how much they paid the provider. And then whatever you owe in any column, they're going to show you. So for me, for that office visit, I owe $18. Okay, cool. I'll take that. So, and then they give you some jargon about what you owe. And, you should be paying the provider time of service. See, it says the amount may not reflect payments made to the provider at the time of service, because most of the time the provider does put that on a CMS 1500 form. There's a space, but most providers are really nice. They'll bill it first and then they have you pay on the other side once it's processed. So then it's going to go through the definition of each claim processing code, which mine says, hey, congratulations, you used an in-network provider. Good job. You get a discount. So they seem like it's stereo instructions. I get it. Okay. But as long as you know that it's being processed correctly, you're going to be good. And then if you have any questions, sometimes your insurance company will put numbers and stuff on there to help you get a hold of them. So, and then they're going to go through your rights as a member. Hold on. Okay. And then they're going to go through your rights as a member, because this is federally regulated. Okay. Not only is it federally, but it's state regulated. All insurance companies have to follow Medicare's guidelines. Have you guys now? I was asking my mom and dad if I could borrow their Medicare benefits book, because I wanted to show you. I can't find, I think I threw a lot of them away. I don't know. Gorilla Man used to be on Medicare when he was disabled. But so this part, your rights as a member, it's going to give you how to appeal if you don't agree with the way the claim was processed. It's going to tell you that if you're on a plan that's governed by Eurasia, you have the right to appeal or to file a civil action lawsuit. It's going to tell you that if it applies, it's going to tell you if your insurance company continues to deny the claim, that you can have a third party look at it, or however they word their, review. It's going to give you, hey, only you and an authorized representative can talk to us. Then it's going to give you availability of consumer assistance and omnibusman services. Health and Human Services can provide those types of services to help you if you don't understand what's going on. Then it's going to give you your state's Department of Commerce, their mailing address, their phone numbers, how to get a hold of them, their website, email. There's the act I was telling you about. It's called the No Surprises Act, where the provider cannot balance bill you. That's what a surprise billing is. Nope, can't happen. Okay. Then if you feel like you're still being wronged by the insurance company, you could, they give you more information on how to contact your state for help. Okay. Now, my insurance company, and I think it's fabulous that they do this, they're going to put everything for you in the language of your choice. And if you're hearing impaired, they have a TTY number where you can type and talk to somebody. I think that's great. That's great. It's going to talk about your privacy rights and fighting fraud. There is a lot. Okay, guys, if I give you any advice, protect your information. Keep it so secretive. There was a breach, and this is on the Medicare side. There was a breach from a private contractor. Medicare contracts out processing of claims to help them save money. They were hacked, and they had to change practically every Missourian's Medicare ID number this year. Everybody got new ones in the mail if you're on Medicare here in Missouri. So, be cautious. It wouldn't have been your fault. It was the contractor's fault. So just be wary that that can happen. This is what a typical explanation of benefits will look like. My company's got it so nice and user-friendly and down pat that you can read it. And I don't normally pay attention to these last pages because I've learned how to read EOBs for so long that all I worry about is this page, claim details. So we'll go through it one more time. So my doctor billed to my insurance company, and they billed $159 office visit for this data service because I used an in-network doctor. It's got the in-network remark code or claim processing code. The doctor contract states they're going to accept $90.97 as an allowable. They're going to take a discount of $68.03. And my plan, my employer is only going to pay the provider $72.78 because I haven't hit my out-of-pocket. So I owe my provider $18.19 for the office visit. Does that make sense? So if you have questions, now I can't dive into a lot, you know what I mean? But I can give you the basics. And they've really tried to make it better in the past few years with the No Surprises Act and the HIPAA Act. Okay. HIPAA is Health Insurance Portability and Accessibility Act. It also holds your privacy, how the claims are submitted. It's just generally to protect you and how the claims get submitted to the insurance company. The No Surprises Act is the one about balance billing. And it's helped a lot. I haven't heard a lot of, I mean, there are certain things that you have to do when you process a claim, especially if a member is out of network. And it depends on the state and No, it depends on where the provider is. I'll just leave it at that. But I want to help you guys. I want you guys to have a good knowledge of what to fight for if you need to. I like helping you all. I like trying to make it easy for you. Because health insurance is frustrating. Your employer builds your plan. They choose what they cover. It's not just the health insurance company, guys. It's not just one-sided. And I should show you I don't have it like redacted or anything. But I had somebody reach out to me on TikTok, and they were rude, and they told me to get a different job because I'm evil. And I wrote them back, and I said, I'm not evil. I'm actually out here trying to help people. And I said, I took liberties to help people instead of over profits. And I got in trouble for it. And I said, I don't know what's going on in your life, but you seem to be very unhappy. And I said, I wish you well. I wish you joy and happiness in life. And I would love to talk to you more. And you know what? They've been talking to me ever since. And I find it fascinating. I've actually changed their mind about health insurance. There are a lot of us like me who work for the companies. We do. We're in the trenches doing our best to help you. At my job, we enacted several different programs because it's not black and white. It's gray. It really is gray. But like I said, if you have any questions, email me at questions@scifimombie.com. If you're in my circle of trust, and I say this a lot, you can DM me at Twitter or Instagram. I pay more attention to Instagram, it seems. Or Messenger. You can messenger me as long as you're in the circle of trust. If you're not, I'm not going to respond to you. I'm sorry. You'll have to email me. Don't stress out about this. Okay? Yes, it's stressful trying to stay healthy. It is. But there are people like us out here that want to help you not only feel better, but not have to have the extra stress of trying to figure out this stuff on top of your healing. So what do I always tell you? Make sure the doctor has all your information loaded correctly, especially the right insurance policy. When you're done with your appointment, get your medical records. Check them over. If something's not right, have them change it. Have them update it. If you're getting denials and you're still unsure about how the doctor coded everything, get your medical records. Seek out a professional. People in the doctor's office, they might be certified coders, but sometimes they incorrectly key a number, or the doctor didn't make it absolutely clear on a number, or what was wrong with you, or what your problems are, your diagnoses are. If you don't like the way the doctor worded something in your medical record, you can have them change it. No, this is not how we talked about this. This is what I said. I want you to append my medical record. They will. They'll do it. They're legally required to. So you have to look, if I tell you anything, because I fight for it, I'm a fighter, I am an advocate, I like to advocate for people. You have to do it for yourself. You can't wait for somebody else to do it for you. So fight for it. You're paying for it, right? How much money are you spending a year on your health insurance premiums? How much money every year are you spending on your out-of-pocket cost? And that's above and beyond what you pay out of your paycheck for health insurance. So you can do this. You can do this. You can advocate for yourself. All right, guys. Well, the next episode will be about the revenue cycle. And let me tell you, I've been doing this for over 20 years. I still don't get it half the time. So you're not alone, but I'm here to help you navigate it. Okay. I want to advocate for you. So I would love for you to come join me on any of our other wonderful shows. Everyone is welcome at Sci-Fi Mombie. All right, guys. Have a good day. If you have any questions, email me at questions@scifimombie.com. Bye.